Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we are back again with the Champions League semi-finals predictions, and we are gonna take a look and see how it's gonna go. So, of course, they are from all of the teams that started when the campaign began until now to 4 teams, and we will have Real Madrid playing Bayern Munich in the first leg away from home, and then we'll also have Borussia Dortmund playing PSG. So I want you to help me to see how these games will go.
Of course, and like I always do, I will.
You don't usually help that much. The only time you helped is when you predicted Barcelona to win 3-2 against PSG in the first leg.
That's good.
Bro, that was an amazing correct, because
3-2. I had even Suave came to my inbox like, how did you know this match?
Bro, like I think in the world during that time only 2 people would have known that game would end 3-2 win for Barcelona, because the chances of like getting 3-2 correct score, especially away from home, I mean at the away team winning 3-2 is very difficult.
So we call it legendary status.
No.
Anyway,
maybe guesswork. Come on,
anyway,
just tell us.
You also guessed. Why did it?
I guessed Manchester City 2, Real Madrid 2 in the first leg, and they scored 3-3. Well,
yes. So we need to take a look at what these teams have done to reach to semi-finals, and it's amazing. So I'll start with Bayern Munich, who drew with Arsenal at Emirates 2-2 before they beat Arsenal 1-0 at Allianz Arena in the return leg. Now for Real Madrid, of course, it looked like City will just qualify easy fixture against the Los Blancos, but unfortunately whatever happened, they went to extra time and on penalties, and guess who scored the winning penalty
for
Real Madrid?
Antonio
Rudiger sent his team to the finals. I mean to the semi-finals. So that's it. And before now we talk about the side Barcelona and PSG, Atletico Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. Now we've seen English teams being knocked out.
Yep.
And
very sad to see.
It's embarrassing because it was on the same week.
Yes.
When Arsenal left the tournament,
and then Man
City. Then for the Europa League,
West Ham. Right?
For the Europa League, Liverpool knocked out by Atalanta, then West Ham.
And you know, before you even go on, it has an adverse effect on
top 5 to top 4 Champions League spot.
Yes, because there was a possibility of England having 5 teams to join the Champions League next season because of the coefficient. They've added the number of teams from 32 around, I don't know to how many teams, and it shows that we were not ready. So unfortunately for Manchester United and the and the team which will finish number 5, it's going to be a problem. So it was very sad to see. So back to Bayern versus Real Madrid. What do you think about this game? Because we are thinking that by then Gnabry will be back because he was injured. Leroy Sané was also out. Doubtful. I think he will be back. And then I think they had another injury. But those were the key ones. So, and Coman as well. So
Coman is out for the rest of the season.
So he's not so very key for Bayern. So what do you think? For Real Madrid, I don't think they have so many injuries.
Real Madrid, I think they don't have many injuries. I think the team is just good. Despite Real Madrid missing out, like they don't have a little striker, like the type of Karim Benzema. What I'd tell you is when you're big, you're big. But then again, these are 2 big guns meeting. Bayern Munich, they've been there, they've won it several times. So is the champions, and Real Madrid, one of the biggest teams in the world in terms of achieving the Champions League. This game on paper looks balanced to me. And what I'll tell you is Real Madrid they don't look like these are convincing team to win heading to the match. And you also told me when they were facing Man City, though they're going to be roasted there. But they stepped up. They delivered.
They did.
They were so close to making it even 1-0. The match wasn't set to go to extra time. But it is what it is. Went to extra time, they held their nerves, and at the end of the day, they knocked out Pep Guardiola's men. And I feel Bayern Munich, they're not that bad. Bayern, it's been a bad season for the domestic league. But other tournaments, they're doing well. Of course, despite being knocked out, was it in the DFB Pokal?
Yeah.
And now they know the Champions League is their only hope.
Yeah.
They're going to fight for it. Blood and sweat. But in the end, Real Madrid, I feel Real Madrid will make it to the finals. And that's the team I'm actually banking on to win the Champions League. So I'm going to give Real Madrid something like...
first leg, yeah.
For the first leg, that is. First leg, I'm giving Real Madrid, it will be close game, a 2-1.
Of course, and that's what the correct score that I also wanted to go with. Because I don't need to talk much because you've said everything that needs to be said about this game. Bayern at home are usually very strong, but I think Real Madrid, the momentum they will have, having won at Etihad with the pressure that they got, they will go to Allianz with better mentality. And they have players who are capable of playing at that kind of pressure as well.
Yes.
Vinicius especially. And I mean, he's very underrated, that guy, because I think he's the Brazilian with the most goals in El Clasico.
Yes.
Well, that could be off target of the Champions League, but again, it shows how the mentality he has, even without playing with a striker at the moment. So they're a good team, and I believe they can win this game 2-1 as well. So that is my prediction as well. So on Wednesday, we will be having Dortmund welcoming PSG. And remember, this is a match that is repeating again in the same competition, because in the group stage, these two faced each other. And maybe for the record, Dortmund, the PSG won 2-0 at their stadium. And then in the reverse fixture, they drew 1-1. So what do you think about these semi-final fixture? Because now I believe this is the time where it's very crucial. This is a bigger stage than the group stage.
I'll start by saying maturity. Those are two teams which are inexperienced in the Champions League. So sorry to say this, when a fool meets a fool, there'll be a clever fool.
Are you calling Dortmund?
No, I'm just saying. Like now, these are two teams which are inexperienced. But then again, we need to think. Atletico Madrid, that's a team Borussia Dortmund knocked out.
Yes.
Atletico is a team with a lot of experience. They've won, I think, the Europa League. And they've won La Liga. So under El Cholo, I was expecting
them to grab a draw and then qualify.
Yes, tactical team. But somehow, Dortmund managed. Now, when you compare Borussia Dortmund, when you compare Atletico Madrid and PSG attack, you'll see the difference. PSG have faster, swift, and clinical finishes. Very, that team can embarrass you anytime, but the defense isn't that good. For Borussia Dortmund, what they got against Atletico Madrid, a team which doesn't score many goals and also doesn't concede many goals, it's a surprise. Like they scored. And not only to score, to eliminate Atletico Madrid. But I think now on the first leg, of which first leg will also determine the second leg, I think it is the end of the journey for Borussia Dortmund. The team, whether they leave the tournament at this stage or they don't, they'll have enough experience playing against Atletico, playing against PSG 4 games in the Champions League. That's enough experience ahead of maybe next season. So I feel Mbappe will do Mbappe things, and at the end of the day, the final set for Real Madrid and PSG. My prediction will be PSG 3, Borussia Dortmund.
In the first leg?
1.
Wow, that's a bold prediction, because I tend to think otherwise in this one, because I feel like we have to give credit so it's due, and Dortmund deserve it, because at home they are unbeatable. The yellow wall has been their 12th man. When they play at home, they play with confidence, and they have key players as well. Just that they haven't been doing well in the league, but they have key players like Sabitzer, Sancho, and sorry to say these are former Manchester. Okay, sorry about that. But they have put in a show in this Champions League, and they look like a team right now. They also have this striker with a very, very difficult name. I don't know if I'll get it right, but it starts with an F. You know him? I don't know, Full Krug or someone. And then they have Daniel Malen. And then there is this Chelsea reject who scored again also in the...
Chelsea who?
Reject, of course.
Okay.
Martsen. Yes, he scored against Atletico. Yeah. So they have a team of some youngsters and other experienced players like this defender, Matt Hummels.
He has been there.
And they do so well. So I feel like in the first leg, this is not going to be easy for PSG. It's going to be a back and forth kind of game. And if PSG wants to go to the final, they should grab a draw in this game. Although I feel like Borussia can edge PSG, but I don't think Mbappe will be in for it. So I'm going for a 2-2 draw in the first leg of this one.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, this tie will be decided back in Paris. So that is our predictions. You're probably watching and wondering why I went for 2-2 or Vincent went for a 3-1. Let us know. Don't fear to tell us the truth in the comment section, because we believe back at home that you have more even knowledge, ball knowledge we call it, right?
Yeah.
And you can help us in this channel. That's why we need you as well. You're not just there watching us tell you things. Tell us things in the comment sections because we want to know. So that is what we think. We will also probably have another episode for the second leg in case the logistics work for it, and you can stay tuned in for it. So for now, that is our Champions League verdict for the first legs of the semi-final. My name is Brian.
They call me Vincenzo.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show.